today we're gonna go ahead and do a deep dive into my curly hair routine. My hair has been straight for a while now, as you can tell, and there's a lot of product buildup. That's just because I didn't wash right last time. So I'm going to go ahead and dry brush my scalp before I wash my hair, and this works wonders. Plus, it feels really good. Look at all of that came out. That's crazy. It's all on my shirt too. Okay, so my hair would usually be more wet than this, like straight after the wash, but I decided I was gonna take a little break and eat, and then I got really distracted and finished the Vampire Diaries. Ooh, I hope the back of my head didn't look crazy. Y'all, that was the first time watching Vampire Diaries for me, and I fear I have been missing out. I wanted to cry at the ending. I have a lot of thoughts. Stefan having to die. I'm like, okay. At first I was like, why did he have to stand there and hold Catherine while they died? Why couldn't he stab her with that little knife made out of her bones? Because it kills her for 30 seconds. Throw her in the fire and be out of the way with Damon. And then I was like, oh, he gave Damon the cure from his blood, so that means that he's going to die anyway. But then I'm like, did he really have to give Damon the cure right then and there? Did he? He didn't have to. He could have just, him and Damon could have just been on the outside while they had the plan to stab her and then put her in the, can I say the word? I can't say that word. To stab her and put her in the hellfire thing. So that's where I have questions with that. Now, all of a sudden in the last episode, Bonnie figured out a spell where her and Elena can live at the same time. I don't know. Because this whole time, they didn't do that. Because Kai said if they tried to find a loophole, that they would both, Bonnie and Elena would both. So it's what made her even play with that? Because the whole last 2 seasons, they wasn't trying to play with that. I don't know. It was just weird to me. But I was so happy that Damon and Elena got their happy ending, and that is so crazy to me because at the beginning of the show, I hated Damon. I was like, I don't understand how he has a fandom. I don't understand how Delena has a fandom. And then it just happened. It just happened to me. I got sucked into it after a few seasons. Later than I think a lot of people fell in love with him, but it took me a while. And now I'm every time he's sad, I'm oh, my baby. So yeah, safe to say I would have had him on my lock screen back then when it was airing and popular. But yeah, I was so happy to see that. I heard that, so I have to watch the original and then Legacies. I heard they have kids, and there was a rock on her finger in the last episode too, like med school. And I read an article, I do the deep dive, and the writers were saying they were gonna put the proposal in the last episode when she was in her scrubs and David proposed to her, but they didn't. But it's just nice to know that they lived their life. I was kind of excuse me? Because when they went to the afterlife, they were holding hands, and then Dame disappeared and she saw her family, and then he saw his brother. But I'm like, they're in the same afterlife, right? Like, they're not separated, right? Because that's gonna make me sad. I had teary eyes. I'm glad they didn't kill off Bonnie, but I still feel like she just got done wrong throughout this whole show. They always do that to black people. Sad that her and Enzo didn't really get an ending. I'm kind of confused. Like, I know that so Elena and Damon died of old age, so Bonnie eventually dies of old age, right? So did she like meet up with Enzo? So many questions. I'm gonna have to watch the originals and legacies. Also, the letter that Caroline got from Klaus, I was like, dang, Damon just, well, I mean, I think Stefan just died. Well, he probably didn't really just die, like, it's like, you know, years later or whatever. But still, to us, he just died a scene ago. Like, chill out. Like, I was really on the Klaus and Caroline train a long time ago. But he decided to leave the show, and I continued the storyline, and we're off that train. Anyways, I didn't understand the crazy fandom of the Vampire Diaries when I was younger. I tried to watch an episode, but it was like a random episode when I was like, let me try this. And I think that's why I wasn't into it, because I didn't really understand what was going on. And I was like, this is not good. And then an episode played after that of The Secret Circle. It was like the first episode ever. It was airing, and I fell in love with the Secret Circle. I was like, this is better than Vampire Diaries. Girl, was I wrong. Vampire Diaries, I'm afraid it's in my top 5 shows. My top 5 shows, number 1, for sure, my favorite show ever is A Different World. And then Vampire Diaries is in there, for sure. And then, oh my gosh, let me think. Okay, so my top 2 in this specific order is A Different World and Vampire Diaries. They really stole my whole rankings, like went up to top 2. My last 3 is not in any specific order, but it's definitely One Tree Hill, Girlfriends, and One-on-One. That's my top 5. My top 5, what are your guys' top 5 favorite shows? Please put them in the comments for me, because I might watch it. Like, I just love shows. I love shows. I love so much. I love stories and characters. But anyways, we've been distracted. Back to the curly hair routine. So my basic 3 rule is to start with a leave-in conditioner, your favorite leave-in conditioner, whatever works best for your hair, and then find a great curl gel. Again, it's what works best for your hair, and then afterwards I like to seal it with coconut oil, not in my scalp, of course, because the oil is too thick to put in your scalp, and it will have a lot of buildup, and buildup prevents growth, just so you know. So those are the 3 things that I usually tell people, like, find your favorite leave-in, find your favorite curl gel, and your favorite oil. Coconut oil hydrates, so that's why I like that oil. There's different oils that do different things, but coconut oil is my favorite, and I think it honestly works for everybody. And then I like to do my twists again. 6 sections of about 3. Sometimes I can put more twists in a row, just depending on my hair, but it definitely is a free part thing. Usually if I was going out, I would just leave this in and like probably untwist it like before I get in the car. If I'm driving or someone else is driving, then I'll untwist it like right before we're arriving, and then it'll just dry and it'll be like the day 1 curls look. But it's like 4 p.m. I'm not going anywhere. So sometimes I might blow dry while it's in the twist. It dries just a little faster, but I'm just gonna leave it for a couple hours. But if I was going out, I think the key to a twist out, like my personal preference, is for it to not look like a twist out. like it still has my curl pattern, so I leave it in for a couple hours. Like I don't let it get completely dry, and then I take it out and then separate them, like the curls. I don't just leave the 2-strand twist, I separate those, and then it dries fully that way, and to me it looks better like that. But anyways, yeah, this is it. I don't know if I'm gonna show you my hair before, like when I take it out tonight, or if I'm just gonna show you it tomorrow in the morning. But yeah, I definitely have to clean the bathroom tomorrow. And my rugs, I kept spilling my curl gel on it, and I'm very, very sad. Hello, good morning. It's the next day. Let's see what damage has done. This is how I sleep every night when my hair is in curls. I sleep with half of my hair in a pineapple for volume, and then the other half of my hair I do 2 big twists so that it stretches it out. That way I have like a shape. I normally would finger coil all the front pieces of my hair for bangs, but because I'm doing a makeup look, I want it out of my face. I don't know if I said that I was modeling today, which is why I needed to wash my hair. I take some curly magic, and then I use 2-finger coil and let it out. I'll do it again. Okay, normally I would leave it like this, but for today I think I want to try my curly extensions. I got these off of Amazon. ABH Jerry Curl Clip-ins, 22 inches. I low-key want to get another pack because sometimes I feel like I don't have enough clips. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know, it's like you have to play with it. I definitely feel like your hair journey is a life journey. Just like you change in different ways, your body, your interests, your personality, your likes, so can your hair. It can get thicker, get thinner, it can change curl patterns, or you might want to change it up and cut it or do layers. And I just feel like the journey does not stop. It's definitely great to master your hair and what you like and what it likes. That way when your hair does change on you, it only takes a little bit to tweak it, and you're not trying to figure out a whole bunch of things to tweak. So definitely master what your hair likes. Change isn't always a bad thing. I love my hair, and when it changes, figuring out what it needs and what it loves, and I just love my little curls, and I hope you guys love yours too. I might play around with it. I think I'm overthinking. I think like my hair right here, my bottom layer is really puffy. I don't know why. It can never be like super defined. I don't know why. Maybe because it touches my neck. But it drives me crazy. And I think I want to put one of the extensions in front of it. Okay, I think that's better. My hair is like that on this side too, but it's not as bad. But once my hair grows this length, this is like the length that I want it to be at when it's curly. Obviously more full down here. Nobody's gonna be able to tell me nothing. Hey guys, so I just wanted to close out the video. This is the makeup look. It is like one of my favorites so far. And the hair. This is the hair. My real hair stops here. But yeah, maybe I'll insert some clips from today, but everything was a success. My hair did not fail me. Yeah. So unfortunately, I do have to stop the video here because I won't even be home for a few days. But this should last me like 5 days. And if I'm really feeling lazy, I could do a refresh. Or I could just wash my hair. But I'll probably do like how I refresh my hair video another day. But that's all for now. So thank you for watching. If you have made it all the way through to the end, comment the little swirl emoji for like curls. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching.